phenomenal presentation here. I said it was CIIS, competitiveness, inclusiveness, infrastructure and skills. And at the end of the day, skills become possibly the most important driver of economic growth because you might invest the money, you might have the factory, you might have the infrastructure, and possibly your company is competitive. But all this is a waste if we do not have the people to work for us. I was just going through some figures which are quite familiar to many of us here. And if you look at what is happening, there are something in excess of 310 million employable youth. And by the year 2022, when we're looking at India at 75, another 190 million will be added to the employment stream. That is making a total of 500 million. And the training facility which is available, and as we know, much of it is inadequate, which it is not good enough in terms of the content, the infrastructure, the training imparted. Given that we have the capacity to train only 3.5 million, we turn out more than 13 million employable youth in different educational streams through every year. There's a gap of 10 million. And this is something which is a huge challenge to us. How do you train these youth? And the second part, the connection between education and skills and your ability to perform the job you're supposed to do. There is a huge gap between education and employability. There was a report recently, and I'm sure many of you caught it. It talked about engineering graduates who come out of colleges all across India. And the distinction for the largest number of graduates is with Andhra Pradesh as #1 every year, followed by the state of Tamil Nadu. You would be surprised to find that Bihar had the most employable people. 35% of the graduates from Bihar are employable with minimum training, of course. The figure in the case of Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu was barely 10%. We turn out the maximum number of people between AP and TN in the engineering discipline. There's a huge gap. And like I said, the young people who are coming through, our country is the youngest country in the world. We will continue to be the youngest country in the world till 2050. And we are very proud of this demographic dividend. The problem is it could be a demographic disaster because we are not giving the youth employment or opportunities to make their own businesses which will provide gainful and good livelihoods for them and their families. That is the reason CII looked at the theme of business for livelihood, where we said it is our duty to work with other stakeholders, including the government and various other organizations, in providing livelihood to our people. And in the South, we said, how do you accelerate this process to make it something which is meaningful, which is inclusive? And this is what we did focus in CII. It's an ongoing agenda. We've been working on it for many years. And we said one is focus on the skills gap and the problems which arise out of it. Next, give opportunities in these areas for people, one, to be skilled, for others to enter this area as a business model where they could provide the skills required for the young people coming out, and also to work on how you make it more effective. You do that by making the curriculum more effective, working with industry in terms of what we need in industry. We also have to make it more effective by scaling up. It is very difficult. I was just talking to my dear friend, Dr. Galla, who's done a lot of work on this. We need people to train the young people. We do not have trainers. We need to train larger numbers. We do a lot of pilots. Ultimately, we need to get the numbers in. You have to use technology in this. How do you use technology? There are great models available. And how do you take this further down to the grassroots level? I think that has been a challenge for us. You have to enter the rural areas and also non-urban centers. We've also looked at how we make more partnerships with the government and with the private sector, and also looking at establishing a center of excellence on skills, and I do hope it will happen in the year to come.